Welcome to the Life Science Success Podcast. My name is Don, and I'm your host. And today I'm joined by Kris Kjalil. Welcome, Kris.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for me because I'm here live physically with people. A lot of times I do this all remote. So being here at live at Bio from the Bayou is just an exciting thing to do. So
It really is exciting. There's a lot of people this year expanding the offerings to other universities, so more people at the party. It's a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah, it's great. And so can you tell listeners just a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I'm the executive director of the New Orleans BioInnnovation Center. We're a biotechnology business incubator here in downtown New Orleans on Canal Street, not far from the French Quarter and where all the hotels are, the theaters, as well as the New Orleans Bio District, kind of the hub for biomedical innovation and healthcare here in downtown.
Yeah, I noticed the Lion King's playing just up the street. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Halloween and the Lion King all at once. So it was a really great weekend and Monday for people watching.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell me a little bit more about what it is that you do with the BioInnnovation Center.
Absolutely. So at NOBIC, we help to commercialize novel technologies that are ultimately improving health outcomes for folks. And we do this in multiple ways. We house companies here in our physical wet lab facility. We have several different biosafety level 2 wet labs and offices that house many private companies, as well as translational researchers from our local institutions, our local universities, and our health systems here. So we provide direct one-on-one support to these businesses, whatever it is they may need at the time, grant writing, connections, early stage funding, those types of things that help companies get from milestone to milestone.
And it seems like so I don't know which company specifically that you've been involved with, but I mean, it seems like Tulane is just a great place to start this sort of thing as well, just based on the things that I've seen and the companies that I've kind of seen, make it past that initial phase of getting funding as well.
That's right. Tulane is a wonderful partner of ours, and we've been lucky enough and blessed to work very closely with their School of Medicine, as well as their biomedical engineering program and folks on the Uptown campus as well to help support their commercialization efforts and augment the really cool innovation activities that they have on their campus. And I think there's a story to tell about Tulane really emphasizing innovation and life sciences after Katrina. They've always been a powerhouse of innovation and research and development in that space. But they were one of the first institutions to double down and recommit to those efforts after the hurricane in 2005. And now we're seeing the fruits of that labor put in at that stage.
It's so important. And I mean, not just the sort of initial, creation of the idea, but also like getting it off the ground is not an easy thing for any of these companies. You see them go through multiple valleys of death where they could die, like you said, waiting for grant funding or waiting for, early seed funding. And so all of those things could be a challenge for them.
That's right. Time is of the essence when you have a startup company, and particularly these life science companies that don't generate a dollar of revenue until they're sold,
right,
or until they're integrated into these health systems. So I think that's one of the prime functions that we serve here at NOBIC, or the BioInnnovation Center, is we try to shorten that timeline for folks to get their first outside private check, their first NSF NIH grant opportunity, to build credibility within the company. And we're here in what you could call a capital desert in the Gulf South. And so, we're not just building connections, but we're putting direct money to work in these businesses to help get them off the ground so they're not waiting to build their team or move their technology forward.
Yeah, I walked around a bit after I got here yesterday, and I could tell you there's just a flurry of activity at all hours of the night, it seems like. And so I was really, excited to get to see, the team here and get to see a lot of things during the Bio from the Bayou session. So what specifically are you looking for? What are you hoping to get out of the session this week?
I'm really excited about the events taking place both at NOBIC and across the street at Tulane School of Public Health and their auditorium. I mean, I'm hoping to meet as many people as possible, especially the folks whose Bio on the Bayou is their first time. We're interested in meeting companies looking for early stage funding, but really I think this is a perfect opportunity to go attend those academic research sessions, hear about what's coming out, and what's kind of bubbling. What are the next companies that might be getting their first plug of $1 million or $2 million within the next 12 or 24 months? and how can we develop and start those relationships as early as possible, and maybe find others that will support that company along that pathway as well.
Yeah, so important as well. And so I guess the to wrap us up, I mean, in terms of key things that that you'd like to walk away with, I kind of get that you'd like to meet people and things like that. Thank you so much for the partnership, as well, and helping to sponsor the event. I definitely appreciate getting to come to such a nice facility as well and have this. So thanks so much.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and anything we can do to support early stage health science innovation in our backyard, we're going to do. And our backyard is growing. So, from New Orleans to the Gulf South to beyond in the coming years. And this is just the first step in that direction. So it's a pleasure to have you here and hope to see you back again soon.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kris.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll say goodbye to everybody that's watching potentially online, and thanks so much.